Now I'm going to say this, and before I say this, I want everybody to hold on because I know I only have 50-something days left for the election, and I know my opinions sometimes go viral and people start to run all over. Let me start by saying, and I mean this, I need you to hear everything I say because you only pick and choose what you want. I love the hell out of this artist right here. I love her. I don't?
No, you do. I'm preparing for what you're about to say.
You know more than anybody how much I love this one.
I do.
Beyonce, at one point in my life, was like God.
Mm-hmm.
Not God,
Not,
Jesus,
yeah,
but
no.
you know what I mean?
Like the queen.
Like the queen. And she is in many ways still Queen Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me start by saying that. Now, I thought about this morning before I even knew I was going to talk about this today, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't even really know how to explain how I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Because I still love her. I'm just not in love with her like I used to be. That's the nicest way I can say it, only because I'm annoyed by how fake she comes off. Her brand, not her. I don't think Beyonce is fake, just like I don't think Kamala Harris is a bad person, but sometimes your team can make you move in a way that does not translate well. And as I've become deeper into both the culture, pop culture, celebrity culture, this and that, and have looked at the whole world, I kind of have a better sense on what's real and authentic and true and what's kind of manufactured. Does this make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Beyonce is hands down one of the best singer-performers ever, not just of this generation, of any time, of all times. And I love her. And I traveled all over their shows. You know, I spent $40,000 buying tickets to go see this girl. I love her. But y'all got her selling whiskey now, hair care products, a perfume that she did one post about and none of us have talked about. That perfume has come and gone. I don't know if it smells like Raid or if it smells like Killian or what it smells like, because nobody. Do you have the perfume? Have you bought the perfume? No. Have you bought Fenty?
Yes.
Have you bought Fenty? I'm wearing Fenty.
Me too.
I'm just saying, it's like, you know what I'm saying so far? Like, Beyonce is a singer, performer. She is not a brand. And more recently, because they're treating her brand like a flea market, like you can go there and find everything now. It's like, what am I doing? House of Darion, you want me to buy clothes named after your grandma? Hair care line where you're putting it on wigs. Then it's whiskey. We didn't even know you drank. We know you should drink champagne, but whiskey? Anyway, so that's how I'm feeling. I want Beyonce to be the queen mother of music. Like, that is what she did. You just can't sell nothing else. When Kanye left Adidas, they took your line, Ivy Park, they parked it right up out of there in an Ivy League way, straight out. You can't sell anything other than that. You need to drop a floral line because you always send in white flowers to people. Maybe you drop a floral line. I don't know. I just don't see anything for you other than music. And I don't think the world is ready for you to do anything but sing, dance, and go away and be a mom and a wife. She built the whole brand off of posting on Instagram with no captions. Now all of a sudden we watching her wash her hair. When I saw her washing her hair the other day, it made me kind of sad because it's like you built yourself up to be this unicorn and now you want to be human. We're not accepting that, right? Right? He don't want to say it because he's afraid y'all going to send pizzas to his house. Every time I say something crazy, he gets attacked. But this is true. Beyonce is a phenomenal singer, artist, the best ever. She is a horrible, horrible, horrible brand. One, you need to fire your publicist, Yvette Noshore. She's been with you for 59,000 years, and it's time for you to move on. You got rid of Kim Burch. She moved over to J-Lo. Then you got somebody different. You got rid of Frank Gatson. You got a different choreographer. You know, you have turned over everybody in your team but your publicist, and right now your brand is not landing because you have a publicist who I loved, but she's of a particular decade that is still very much like, she could do anything, or you could do anything because you're Beyonce. No, that is not how the world of social media works. You know that better than anybody. And I love you, Beyonce, but nobody's going to tell you. It's sort of like you in the room, and everybody had the meeting but you. I'm just telling you what was said at the meeting. Well, that also applies to country music. Now, country music belongs to us as a people, as a culture, black people. We started country music. I learned that through Beyonce. And there were a lot of singers like K. Michelle that y'all shaded and didn't even show no love to, K. Michelle been fighting to sing country music for a long time, and you shade her probably because she's blacker than Beyonce, probably because she's country, probably because she's not as famous or not as big or not as loud or not as important to you because she's not Beyonce. Well, when Beyonce decided that she was going to drop Act 2, which was going to be this country thing, Cowboy Carter, which is actually a beautiful album, by the way. Again, she's one of the best singers ever, best performers. Didn't drop a lot of visuals, but whatever. She went and uplifted a lot of black country performers like Shabuzi, who's doing this thing now, and there's all these black country artists who are thriving because of Beyonce, and that will go down as part of her legacy, that she has deeply uprooted this belief that we can't reclaim our time or reclaim our brands. She's done that. Well, now, after having a successful and historic run with Cowboy Carter, this country-inspired album, Beyonce received 0 nominations. 0 at this year's CMA Awards. Now, Beyonce not only made history as the first black woman to go to top of the Billboard charts for country album, but she also helped country legend Dolly Parton surpass 20 million monthly listeners on Spotify after featuring her on Cowboy Carter. And although B insisted that her album wasn't a country album, but rather a Beyonce album, fans were still kind of shocked to see that when the Country Music Association announced their nominations for this year, that B was nowhere to be found on the list. Were you surprised? This is the same black girl who went and sung with the Dixie Chicks, and people were mad that she did that. It's the same Beyonce who, when she played Cowboy Carter, the radio stations were saying, don't play it. So why were you surprised? Just like Jay-Z standing there on the Grammys stage wondering why she wasn't given Album of the Year, when she holds an award, more Grammys than any artist ever in history. The reason why everybody's so mad over at the Carter camp is because they secretly want white people to continue to accept them everywhere. And when they're eating dinner on their china, their expensive china and crystals, and being hand-fed over at the Carter compound, they probably have their own oxygen. Right? They're rich, famous, and probably believe that everything in the world is all about them. They cannot understand how, after they've gone from selling drugs to making it to the top of rap music kingdom, as Jay-Z did, because, he was out there selling that yayo in the Marcy Projects. For her selling hair and grandma clothes, that after they did all that, and gave you the Renaissance that y'all still gonna play in their black faces, yeah, because you're black. Well, they couldn't believe it. Now, it's not entirely surprising to me because Beyonce's had not so great relationship with the CMAs, remember? Y'all don't remember that? Well, she created Cowboy Carter as a fuck you to them and everybody who says that black people can't own or reclaim country music. Now, again, I told you when she had them Dixie Chicks up there, and she invited the Dixie Chicks, who had been banned by white people after what she did to the president. I think it was Bush, remember? Mm-hmm. She had them come up there and sing Daddy Lessons in them face, and the audience immediately reacted by booing and yelling out racist comments like somebody allegedly screaming, "Get that black off the stage right now!" Talking about Beyonce. Now, Natalie Maines of the Chicks previously spoke out on the incident. She talked about it on the Howard Stern show. Take a listen.
Formed with Beyonce. I don't know whether it was because of your country fans who felt you had betrayed them, or she wasn't country. I remember it was just a big fucking brouhaha that you showed up with Beyonce, right. Criticized for that, right?
It was just a weird vibe in that building. We hadn't done anything, country award shows or anything since the controversy. Let me just say, the week we worked with Beyonce is the single greatest working week of my professional life. It was awesome to watch her world, to see how she does stuff. She's a perfectionist, and to see the power she has as a female and a black female is incredible. And I guess they can rate those shows now by the 15 minutes. It's Absolutely. The highest rated 15 minutes in CMA history. And then they start getting, racist assholes bombarding their website with comments and emails and whatever. And so they take her down. They took our performance down and caved to that bullshit. And then they, I guess, got so much bad press for doing that. Within 24 hours, they put it back up again. Just cowards. It's just crazy. She just gave you your greatest ratings that you've ever gotten. How dare you take her song off? It was ridiculous.
You fucking kidding me? I knew none of that.
Can you believe that?
No. Can I elaborate as to why no? So,
Rob, you got a microphone. I'm not the CMAs. I'm not the CMAs, and you're not Beyonce.
So, for me, when they decided to commercialize country music, they blocked black people out of that through advertising, through marketing, through the promotion of country music. They did not give black music the mainstream platform. This is essentially them doing that in modern time. So this album was certified platinum. She didn't need to submit herself. It was supposed to be on the ballots who was nominated. Her album moved, made waves, but she was not placed in a position to get an award on that platform. And I think it's another instance of them blocking black people out of country music. Whether we want her to have it or not, whether she needs to be validated by it or not, I think it's that white world of country saying, we're not going to let you in words in.
And let me be very clear. Again, all the criticism I gave at the top was very intentional about her brand, and I stand on that. But this is not her brand. This is her music, and I stand on what I said. Anything Beyonce does is worthy of being acclaimed in and given the proper respect that it deserves. What they're showing you is if Beyonce ain't even worthy of a nomination, your black ass ain't nominated either. You're not worthy either. So this is, I have to agree with Rob, in many ways, a clear signal to all you know that no matter who you are, no matter how great you are, you're not going to be eligible. Well, Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, who ruined her family, ended up speaking out about the CMA Awards, failing to nominate his daughter and her Cowboy Carter album. He told TMZ he's not surprised given her history with the CMAs, and it's all about race. Look, he said the voters at the CMA Awards are showing it still comes down to white and black. There's more white people in America, and unfortunately, they don't vote based on ability and achievements. It's still sometimes a white and black thing. I mean, the way you embarrass your daughter for the whole world to see and shit it on her mother, who everybody loves, including me, I don't really want to hear from you. In fact, I'd rather hear from Michelle Williams. Goodbye. Stop doing Beyonce wrong. Let that girl, put it back up. Give that girl her, y'all didn't. So she didn't go to the awards or nothing?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, has it aired yet?
I don't think it's aired yet. They just announced the nomination.
She should go.
Oh.
Would that be uncomfortable?
No, not for her.
Would it be beneath her?
No, I think she should. I think
but
she should walk up.
I'm telling you, it would be beneath someone this talented, this beautiful, this respected, this acclaimed to even grace them with the.
Yeah, and they wouldn't give her a good seat anyway.
Yeah, I mean, them putting with Beyonce in the back, I would personally go and light that place on fire. Because she's Beyonce. Like, you do have to respect her artistry. She's built a beautiful fan base of fans who love and defend and protect her, who I'm sure are going to be all over our page when this airs, as they should. But, you know, Beyonce is just different. We're never going to see an artist like her in our generation again. And I thought Daddy Lessons, I won't lie, that's a performance at the CMAs. First of all, let's be clear, I've never played a performance from the CMAs. That performance I've played probably 100 times because of how amazing it was to see her and the Dixie Chicks, and just their performance was phenomenal. And I think Beyonce, almost everything she does is great, singing-wise, performing-wise. All right, bye.